I'd like to begin today with a quote, a personal favorite of mine. "This world demands the qualities of youth, not a time of life, but a state of mind, a temper of the will, a quality of the imagination, a predominance of courage over timidity, of the appetite for adventure over the love of ease." These qualities, I bore witness to these qualities at an Idealab that was hosted right here in Museon this Saturday, where we got together a group of young people from around The Hague, from around the Netherlands, and indeed from around the world. Together they addressed some of the most pressing questions with regard to the International Court of Justice, looking at accessibility, visibility, transparency, and how they can use data in this modern age. I was fortunate enough yesterday to go to the official opening of the new premises of the ICC. There they refer to the ICC as the Peace Palace of the 21st century. What does that mean for the Peace Palace itself? Let's try and bring the Peace Palace into the 21st century as well. The issue of accessibility to justice is one that's close to my heart. I started my legal education 6 years ago when I studied law at the University of Liverpool in the UK. On my first day, I applied to be a student at the Legal Pro Bono Clinic, providing legal advice, answering legal questions for some of the most disadvantaged people in the city. On my first day there, I was told, "We're sorry, we only accept third-year students. You'll have to apply in 2 years." I said to them, "I'm sorry, but I'm here now. I've already met my colleagues. I trust my colleagues. I enjoy working with my colleagues. Can I please stay?" So I stayed. The next year, I applied again, and again I was told, "No, we're sorry. We only accept third-year students. Thank you for the previous year, but you'll have to apply in a year's time." And again, I said, "No, I'm here now. I know my colleagues. I enjoy the work I do here. I want to do it this year." So I stayed. The third year, I went there, and I said, "I'd like to work in the pro bono." They said, "Yeah, whatever, fine, yeah, sure." They just stop. So this is a question that's very dear to my heart. So I was overjoyed. I was so proud and so impressed and so humbled to watch this group discuss the issue of accessibility to justice. What the group came up with was the idea of a bubble-up justice, justice coming from the grassroots, not the sole privilege of a state or a UN body. What they proposed was for the ICJ to provide and disseminate a toolkit that could then be given to grassroots organizations, civil society organizations, and NGOs around the world. Within this toolkit, they would be told how to rally and how to lobby state and non-state actors through UN bodies, how to formulate a legal question, and many other things. This toolkit would help them at every stage of the way, and indeed the group proposed that once a question is submitted to the court, that the court endeavors to include scientific voices, civil society voices, all kinds of voices that they may deem relevant to the proceedings. Much like my story with constantly trying to be somebody who provides justice, and my frustrations with being told, "No, you're too young. You don't know enough. You're inexperienced. Maybe you're too naive." So these students on Saturday saw the opportunity to make a real contribution to a very difficult topic. And they came out with something so concrete, and I look forward to working with them again in the future to hopefully create a prototype of such a toolkit. I've actually talked to some of the students and young people, and they're very engaged with this idea, and I look forward to joining them every step of the way. Very much like Robert Kennedy said almost half a century ago, the quality of youth is not a time of life, but a state of mind. And that was the mindset these young people had on Saturday. And again, I was so humbled to witness that. Also, I would like to say, as I am just one man stood here, but the event was the work of many, so I would like to acknowledge the work of my colleagues, Mrs. Anna Bubbers, Mrs. Anna Chueba, Mrs. Christelle Govet, Mr. Diego Salama, Miss Esther Janssen, Mr. Sebastian Rowell, and the two lovely ladies who are going to follow me today, as well as the excellent moderators, Hague Talks, the Center for Innovation, and all the participants who are too numerous to name, but I know they're here. Maybe we could have a quick show of hands for everybody who was involved. Yeah, thank you. Exactly. So I'll leave you today with that famous rallying call from Robert Kennedy's speech for humanity. This world demands the qualities of youth. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. And thank you very much.